is no membership fee. We get lots of great VIP financing deals and special extra flex and stuff like that. So you know that would make this only $19.95 if you got it with your HSN card. We've taken $10 off now. Debbie Meyer, genius, and she invents solutions that plague us. Sometimes solutions that we didn't even realize, you know, we had a problem. We just thought, oh, I just gonna have to live with this. Like maybe all of the mess of pots and pans that are stacked up in your drawer. Maybe your New Year's resolution is to just organize things in your kitchen. Maybe it's to organize things everywhere in your house. Debbie Meyer gives you a great, very easy and inexpensive way to do that because you're getting 2 storage racks. They come with 12 dividers each, so you can really adjust it depending on what you're stacking. So here we've got plates stacked. You can adjust those, the storage dividers right there so that you can adjust it. Look at how gorgeous and neat that looks. You know what that says to me? That says everything's in its place, but instead of stacking these on top of each other and then going, ooh, I need the plate on the bottom and having to lift all of the other plates that are above it, all you do is just grab one right there. So it's gonna protect your plates, it's gonna protect your glass. You don't have to worry about that. It protects your back, especially if you have to keep these up high. And everything is right where you can see it, perfectly organized. But how about this? What does the mess of your pots and pans look like? If you're like me, I am constantly trying to restack my pots and pans with the lids, because that's the only way you can get them to stack on top of each other. Otherwise, they look like this, right? If you just go like this. There's one, there's one. Well, what if that's a nonstick? If that's nonstick, you know what that did in there? Scrape, scrape, that's not good. That's gonna really reduce the life of my pots and pans. But then I'm looking around for the lid, because then you wanna stack the lid on there. It doesn't last more than maybe by the time my kids empty the dishwasher. This way, you've got everything stacked right where you need it, right side by side, so nothing is resting on top of it, nothing is scraping the non-sticks, non-skid, everything. Think about this. You know, if you've got that big mess of pans and cupcake pans, and you're trying to get them, they stack up, maybe they're in your oven, because you can't think of any other place to put them, and you're digging down to try to get the one on the bottom. This solves that problem completely. Now I wanna go through the measurements with you, because one of the things that we've heard from people is it just didn't fit. So I want you to, before you get this, I want you to measure your cabinet that you're gonna use this in, because this is approximately 11.5 inches wide here, but it expands to 18.5 inches wide. So it can go all the way up to 18.5 inches wide or down to 11.5 inches wide. And then each one of these little spacers, it just adjusts to wherever you want it. So you can move it up and down those, the metal rods. It's made of aluminum and propylene, and you're getting 2 of her Genius racks. Each one has little ridges, so they're kind of like, can you see that? Maybe you can just hear it. Like little non-stick ridges, so that it keeps your pots and pans nice and secure. And then of course, these, the dividers are gonna keep them right where you want them. So you can expand it out to 18.5 inches or into 11.5 inches. And of course, you can keep this out on your, you can keep it out on your counter if you like. You can keep it, you know, then if you want to keep it tucked away, of course you can do that too. But it adjusts from 11.5 to 18.5 inches wide, and then it's gonna be as tall as whatever. You know, if you want to stack, maybe you want to stack a tray, you're gonna have to, you know, see if you can stack that in. Maybe you've got a shelf that goes up to there. But the shelf, the rack itself is really nice and compact, and then you can make it as wide as you want. So you could put this on 2 separate shelves. Maybe you want one to store your pots and pans, one to store your glass, but you really could store so many different things in this as well. I know people who even use these as their drying racks, and they're not using them to store other things. You get a full presentation